What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? Thanks for joining the live. That's a very cool guitar. Thank you, thank you. This is my Kiesel Retro Solo. Love this guitar. I could listen to that endlessly. That's great, that's great. There's going to be more where that's coming from. You in a band? What's up, yo? I'm not in a band, but I'm working on a solo EP right now, so we'll be in a band soon once that's finished. Lots of, good stuff happening soon, guys. Really cool. Fender Telecaster? No, this is a Kiesel Retro Solo. Retro Solo by Kiesel. 'What strings gauge do you use? So I use 8 through 38 almost exclusively because I like to get that, super nice bend. Eight question mark? That's right. 8 gauge strings. Hello, Straten, saving up for your lessons. Hey, very cool, man. Very cool. Speaking of lessons, I got a comment that just said, Straten, do you offer private lessons? Yes, I do offer private lessons. So what I suggest you do is check out the description of this live stream. And there's an email that I provided that you can contact if you're interested in one-on-one lessons. Because actually I have a few new openings for one-on-one lessons if anyone's interested. And if not, there's also a lesson pack that you can check out on Gumroad. It's only $20. Lots of cool licks, tabs, and great stuff is what I hear. I'm just saying what everyone else says about the course. But yeah, a lot of people like it. So check that out if you're interested. Is your Kiesel neck standard or thinner? So this is a very good question. On all my Kiesels, I believe I went with the standard neck option because I typically don't want the thinner option because I kind of like a standard sort of, thicker neck, but not like really thick, but like a, you know what I mean? Just standard so you can bend strings. That's a cool lick right there. Cool. I just bought a headless Osiris and the neck was standard. Just wondering. Thanks. Hey, no problem. Enjoy your Osiris, man. That's actually a really cool shape on their body of the Osiris. The guitar body on that is a really cool shape. I like that. What kind of radius is on yours? Just curious. I'm kind of into fretboard radiuses. This is 12 to 6. This is 12 to 16 compound radius. What guitar pick do you use? This is a good question. So, what guitar pick I use is called the Dunlop Alltech Sharp 1.0 I have in my hand right now. Sometimes I use the 1.1, but I prefer the 1.0s usually. It just depends on what I got laying around, really. But if I'm being honest, I like the 1.0s the best. What kind of guitar do you use? I use a Kiesel Delos and a Kiesel Retro Solo. This is a Retro Solo. So yeah, I play all Kiesel guitars. I'm sponsored by them. I've been an artist for them since 2021. Absolutely great stuff. Really cool stuff, actually. Thanks, man. I have to wait till. Thanks, man. I have to wait till February to get it. Oh, very cool. So you must have just placed your order then. Okay. Very cool, man. You're gonna really like it. I'm sure. You're a sheer shredder, dude. Keep on. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you. I try to be playing the best I can, as always. You know what I mean? Could you please explain your muting technique regarding your right hand during fast picking lines? Okay, my muting technique is basically just palm muting. So if you have arpeggios like this, maybe just take a G minor arpeggio. I'm always palm muting when I do those kind of arpeggios because if you don't, you get this sort of, which I don't want that sound. I want sort of more of like this muted. What pickups do you use? So on this guitar, I'm using a set of Seymour Duncan Antiquities. So this is some sort of pickup from Seymour Duncan. I believe there's multiple versions of Antiquities, so I'm not totally sure what they are, but there's some sort of Antiquity from Seymour Duncan. Absolutely incredible pickups, I might add. Really good sound. That's a cool sweeping pattern right there. That was cool. What's up, everybody? What's going on, everyone? Just going through the comments. All right, I'm just more playing. It's actually sort of hard. I shouldn't say it's harder to shred on a Telecaster versus like a Strat style guitar, but I don't usually play this one as much as my Delos. This is a very great guitar. It's actually one of my favorites. I'm just noticing it's a little bit different. I always, for some reason, thought Telecasters were more comfortable, but now I'm starting to think Strats are. These are the things that go through my head when I play guitar sometimes. What's easier to play? Thank you very much. Blessings to you. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you. It depends if it's set up properly. Hey, I kind of agree with that, but my guitars are usually set up really good. But yeah, maybe this one, actually, yeah, this one is pretty much the same, I would say, actually. It might even sound better. I'm not really sure. It's kind of a tie between these two that I really, really like. What do you guys play? What do you guys rock on? Someone said, I have a Ibanez Gem Jr. Oh, do you? How is that? Is that pretty nice? How many hours did you practice that day? So how many hours do I practice a day? It just depends on what I got going on. If I'm in the studio recording, could be a lot of hours. If I'm teaching, that also can take up some time. Filming, that takes up some time. I really don't know the exact amount of time I play. But one thing I can tell you is I'm a guitar player who has been playing for 16 years. And with that being said, I have over 20,000 hours of experience. So maybe do the math and figure out I played a lot, man. I played a lot. Can you play something so fast that you make mistakes for us? I mean, let's try it. Let's just see what happens. Charvel, so that's what you're playing. Charvel, that's cool. Ever burn out? No, I don't burn out on guitar, man. When I feel like there's something that needs to be done, which every time I pick up a guitar, I always feel like there's something that could be worked on. I'm already so motivated to, I should say I'm more disciplined because I just pick up the guitar and I feel like, hey, this probably could get, worked on, or maybe there's a new song I could write, or maybe there's something. So I don't burn out on it because I love guitar. It's not something that is something I'd burn out on. I feel like if you're not enjoying it, then maybe you burn out. But I'm always enjoying when I play the guitar. I pick it up, so fun. What new idea could I work on? What cool arpeggio sequence? What cool song idea? What cool chord progression? That's how I think about it. What can I work on? I just found this channel awesome. Oh, shout out to you, man. You must be new here then, huh? Thanks for joining. Do you have any licks using the Hirajoshi scale? Do you have any licks using the Hirajoshi scale you could show? Love your playing. Thank you, man. Shout out to you. I have a Ibanez Floyd Rose and a super thin neck. Nice. Your mistakes sound a lot better than mine. LOL. All right, let's try out the Hirajoshi scale lick. So what I would do if we're gonna play some Hirajoshi scale stuff, I just will take anything 2 notes per string. You could do something like this. Kind of like a pentatonic scale, right? You could go. You can do the same thing with the Hirajoshi scale. Considering it's 2 notes per string, you could go. That would be picking every note, but sometimes I don't like the sound of picking every note. Sometimes I like to mix them both up. Actually, another thing you could do that I do quite a lot is, I do this quite a bit, actually a lot. This is a 5-note pattern of the same exact shape, so what we got here is pretty much... kind of like a C Lydian sound you kind of get from this. You get sort of C Lydian. But with that being said, what I do is I use this pattern that's kind of like Eric Johnson style. So if you had the E minor pentatonic scale, you can do the descending 5s or the ascending 5s. You kind of got... You do the same thing, descending. There we go. But the idea is, you could use the same thing with anything 2 notes per string. So you could go Mixolydian pentatonic if you want. You could go, what else? Yeah, you could do the same thing with the Hirajoshi scale. Or even ascending, same thing. Same thing with Mixolydian pentatonic. So yeah, very cool stuff. I actually really enjoy both of these sort of patterns. It's very fun to play. They sound cool. Lots of cool shapes that you can use with this sort of stuff. You can even kind of get more of that sort of Hirajoshi sound if you do it like this, 2 notes per string. This is the sign I need to pick up my axe and start grinding. Hey, there you go. That's what we're here for. We're here to inspire, answer questions and everything. That's great. That motivates you. Oh, wow, my light just turned on. Very cool. Got better lighting now. Wonderful technique. You play very relaxed, with the exact pressure on your left hand and perfect sync with the up/down strokes on the right hand. Your videos are very inspiring. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. What's a good way to spice up a blues solo instead of playing the same old stuff? That's a good question. What I would always say, I really don't know what your level is, so for me to determine what I think you should work on really is subjective at the end of the day, considering I don't know what your skill level is. But if you want to spice up your blues playing, what I recommend is learning the Mixolydian pentatonic scale, which we were just discussing. I don't know if you know this, so I'm just gonna, throw it out there. So if we're at E major, you could get an E7 chord out of this. You can kind of play E minor pentatonic if you want. So that kind of thing. So so when you target that note right there, what you might as well do is try to take that to the entire scale. So if you play E minor pentatonic, all you gotta do is change this note to this note. Whoops. So yeah, learn the E mixolydian pentatonic scale. That will give you some cool blues sounding licks and something that I use in my playing all the time. And it's great for shredding. It sounds really cool when you shred. But there you go. So yeah, I recommend, messing around with the mixolydian scale, specifically the mixolydian pentatonic scale. Love Jordan Zips playing. I'm not familiar with him. Any good? Do you have any advice on sweep hybrid picking? Greetings from Germany. So you're talking about the combination of sweep picking and hybrid picking. So what I would say is just start on 3 strings and take like a 2-and-2 arpeggio idea like this. I don't know, diminished might be the easiest option. Just take a diminished arpeggio and start doing this pattern as follows. So this is the pattern. But the way we're going to play this is down, hammer, down, middle, down, down, middle, hammer on, repeat. So this is what we got. Pretty easy, actually. But if you know your stuff, like, 7th arpeggios, you could actually extend this quite easily with just like major 7 type ideas. Like in like G major, you could go. Might be easier up here. Do you even play, bro? Just kidding, man. Or just kidding. Good stuff, man. Do I play, man? I play a lot, man. Rat's touring guitarist. Check out his recent Friedman amp demo video. You two are similar. Oh, okay. I'll check them out. Yeah, Rat's guitars. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the guitarist, but I'm definitely familiar with Rat. They're a great 80s band, and yeah, looking forward to checking it out. Thank you. That's a really cool pedal tone lick. What's cool about that, though, what I just did there was that was a melodic minor type idea. So we took it to like E minor, the same thing, just for understanding, how to play it easier. I mean, C minor is probably not the easiest key to understand things theoretically. So if we took the same idea right here, we'd have a melodic minor sort of sound. Nice bluesy influence. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yeah, playing a little bit of pentatonic once in a while is definitely nothing wrong with that. Or, you know, bluesy style, that's always kind of like my go-to kind of licks, you know. Melodic minor pedal point, nice. Yeah, that's really cool. I agree. Thank you. What you got to do, basically, if you wanted to extend that across the neck, is just use the melodic minor scale if you were to play the same thing. Kind of like... Yeah, I don't use that melodic minor shape for this one right here. It's actually a weird sounding one. What would that be? Actually, it's not too bad. Very cool. Yeah, so I wasn't doing melodic minor the whole time, but yeah, if you were to do melodic minor the whole time, that would maybe sound like... It's actually kind of tricky doing it like that. I'd usually do more like this. I'll subtly use melodic minor. I guess I was wrong. What is the secret to alternate picking with accuracy? So I don't use alternate picking too much anymore. So with accuracy, I would just say start on one string and just take maybe like a 4-note pattern and just sort of repeat it in a sequence like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So get all the licks on one string, maybe the ascending version of that. That is the stuff that is going to really improve your alternate picking almost immediately, due to the fact that all you have is one option is down, up, down, up, down, up. So when you have sort of anything that's on one string, maybe like a 6-note pattern. Try that. Using hybrid picking any? Oh, all the time. I use hybrid picking in combination with sweep picking all the time, like I was talking about this earlier, where I'll play arpeggios where I'll play these ideas where I'll use sweep picking, hybrid picking at the same time, and just what it ends up sounding like. Sounds really good. Really good. Whoops. Whoops. That's the most annoying shape. A lot easier right here. And every time I do that right now, I don't know why I keep going for that C major sound. Check this out. Ascending E minor, descending C major sounds great. Whoops. There we go. That's actually cool. There's an old, actually, sweeping pattern that I used to do that was really cool, where I'd go like this. Actually, I should make a video on this, but let me see if I can even play it. Wait, no, it was like this. It's actually coming back to me. I haven't played that in years. That's really cool. Let me try that. Oh, almost at it, almost at it. The chord progression though is actually quite basic, so that'd be just like. Very cool. Dang, that's actually really tough, man. What's going on here? Ooh, got through it, got through it. That is very difficult, my friend. My friends, I should say. Baroque lick in one string. I'll try that. Your mistakes sound better than anything I've ever played. Come on, don't say that. Crazy good, appreciate you. You just have to build up muscle memory by playing slow and just building up with lots of practice. I don't know if I agree with practicing slow, due to the fact that I use so much sweep picking and economy picking that it's not very, beneficial to practice like stuff like sweep picking slow or economy picking. Maybe for learning it, but for the mechanics of the technique, it's actually, I think, beneficial to try to play at more of a medium speed, due to the fact that, like, if you're playing arpeggios, you can't just sweep through something slow, like. It's not the same technique as. You can't just go. Sounds like you just took some, he's talking about drugs, and found the underwater city of, yeah, I don't really know about all that. Some Gary Moore stuff, come on, bro, or some Steve Vai, are you up for it? I mean, those are both really great guitar players, and I love Gary Moore and Steve Vai, they're great. Am I up for it, though? I don't know any of their songs. I know some Gary Moore, though. I know how to play some Gary Moore. He's actually one of my favorite guitarists. I bought a Candy Apple Red Yngwie Fender Custom Shop Strat 5K. It's not significantly better than the 2K standard USA model. Extra money, not worth the bragging rights. Interesting. But that finish is actually really cool, though. The Candy Apple Red. That's really cool. Hey, glad you like it. But also, I'm sure maybe it's better than you're bleeding on. But maybe not. Who knows? But with that being said, I do have a Fender with the 70s headstock in my old videos back when I used to play Fender guitars. Before I signed to Kiesel, I used to play this Fender with a 70s headstock. I think it was like an American Special. That has a candy apple. That has a candy apple red finish, which is really good. Really good. But red used to be one of my favorite colors on guitars. Now I don't know why. I haven't been getting red guitars, but maybe I think I might be due for one. I really do. Have you been or are you in any bands, and do you give lessons? Also, what would you say influenced your playing and style the most? Okay, this is a really good question. Am I in a band? No, I'm not in a band, but I am working on a lot of original music at the moment. And then once that's all finished, which is going to be fairly soon, hopefully, then I will be in a band. I'll be playing live, doing all that stuff. But at the moment, I'm not doing that. I'm just working on my solo album, or EP, I should say. Actually working on a couple projects. But he said, do you give lessons? Yes, I do give lessons. If anyone's interested in guitar lessons, I do have a few extra openings right now. All you got to do is contact the email that I provided in the link, or the email that I provided in the description. And there's also a link in the description that you can check out a lesson pack that has tabs, slow videos, and a bunch of cool stuff that a lot of people apparently like, is what I've been hearing. I always say that because everyone seems to really love this lesson pack. I'm also working on new instructionals, but if you're interested in the lesson pack, just check out the link in the description. And if you're interested in one-on-one lessons, contact the email provided in the description. Is your Kiesel called butterscotch or yellow? So this finish is actually called McLaren yellow, which is a really cool finish. And videos do not do this justice. Like, if you're here in person and you look at this finish, you're absolutely like, whoa, looks even better in person. Like, the video, the lighting does not do it justice. Like, the binding on this is insane. This thing is absolutely a masterpiece. I think I'm the only piano player in this chat, lol. Are you? Let's ask around. Anyone else play piano? Anyone else play piano in the chat? We can't have only one. What's it called? Piano player. or we could. That's fine too. Best regards from Brazil, man. I learned too much in your channel. Hugs. Hey, shout out to man. Thank you for checking out the channel, and I'm glad that stuff is, helping out your playing. His album will be ready around 2030. Nah, man. It's definitely not going to be 2030. It's going to be a lot closer than that. Trust me. You might even be getting some singles from me by the end of this year. What kind of chord progression was that arpeggio sequence earlier? Oh, are you talking about these? That is essentially just A major 7. So that's like A major 7 followed by C major 7. Or you could look at it as A minor 9. Kind of up to you. But yeah, and then it just sort of follows chromatically. So what I was doing was this. Something like that. It was pretty actually cool. I love those arpeggios, LOL. They're great. They're great. You ran through a few different things after that. Yeah, I definitely did, but the main idea is actually based in just 2 keys. Well, not 2 keys, but 2 arpeggios. So if you were to play it just on 3 strings, it would be. Sounded circle of fifths like. Oh, is that? It must be something different, because that's definitely not circle of fifths. Definitely not the. Me, but limited repertoire. Mozart 5/4 or Mozart K 5/4 5 through relatively easy compared to Billy Joel or Elton John with their ninth and major 7 or minor 7 flat 5 chords. Yeah, Mozart's great. Mozart's great. But you think it's easier. Interesting. Well, I guess Mozart didn't do a lot of totally outside of the box chord progressions, I suppose. Like Chopin was a little bit more outside of the box, a little bit of different era, I suppose. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, those flat 5 chords are tricky sometimes. Kind of hard to play them all over the fretboard. Kind of hard to remember. Oh, we got a super chat. Oh, appreciate you, Eugene Bird. Hey, shout out to you, man. He just dropped the big 20 on us, the 1999. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Seriously. First super chat of the house. First super chat of the night. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Seriously, though. Thank you, Eugene Bird. He said you were amazing. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Seriously. Shout out to you, man. Everyone give a thumbs up to Eugene Bird in the comments below. That was a real nice donation of you, man. Okay, here's a question. Have you ever tried playing arpeggios like how piano players do? They will play the 1 3 5 in the left hand and then only play color notes on the right hand, mainly because regular arpeggios on piano sound weaker. Oh, well, yeah, that's interesting that you just would go 1 3 5. If you were doing a sweep tapping idea, I suppose that would be the same thing, right? If you were to, let's just say we wanted to play like C major 7. If you actually, how would that work in a cool way? I guess if you did a straightforward C major 7 5-string arpeggio, if you did a tap, then you would be targeting the major 7 sort of sound. Like this. That's actually a real... We back? We back? All right. Is the sound all good? Just checking. Someone comment real quick. The sound's all good. I didn't explain it really well, lol. But yeah, no, the idea it was only a 1 second drop. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. We good to go? Good sound? Sounds good? Thank you. All right, yeah, so what I was doing was just adding, since you said that piano players will do the 1 3 5 on the left hand and then, add maybe the extensions on the right hand. That's an easy way of doing it just with these kind of arpeggios. Actually, a B minor would sound like that. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting. Yeah, that's how I want to do it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The shocker in a previous stream was when he revealed his real name is Straten Marshall. I always thought it was a stage name. Yeah, man. Glad you were there for those streams when I explained that, because everyone still to this day is like, oh, I thought that was a stage name. Like, no, I'm literally named after a Fender Stratocaster and a Marshall amp. No other way to put it. It's kind of funny, kind of comical if you think about it. But yeah, I don't blame anyone for actually thinking it's a stage name, due to the fact that it's just sheer randomness at the end of the day. Tapping the notes are slightly not really easy for us piano players. We got to stretch our hands farther to reach the note that's written in the sheet music, or just jump like, I think that is pronounced Litz La Campanella. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because I guess the octaves would be a little bit more stretched out, because if the octaves, like, you know, if you're playing piano, it'd be more like, but it doesn't produce the same level of, I don't know, the octave doesn't sound that much higher on a piano, but if you're like right here, it sounds high on a guitar. It's almost like the guitar has compressed octaves compared to the piano. Like, the octaves are compressed. Like, the further you go on a guitar, the higher it gets, but the further you go on a piano, it's not as drastic sounding, maybe. But I could be wrong, though. Tap a whole tone above the arpeggio and slide up and back down another whole tone. Sounds awesome. So what would that look like? Cool Strat/Marshall, or cool Strat/Marshall. Yeah, that's right. What's the name of your white Stratocaster guitar? It looks really great. It really looks great. So the white Stratocaster guitar that I play nowadays, so the old ones were Fenders. Nowadays I play the ones that are from Kiesel Guitars, and those are called Kiesel Delos guitars. Just check it out on their website, kieselguitars.com. You could even go on their builder, spec one out like mine yourself. But yeah, he's talking about whole tone. How would that work? Ugh, you got me doing stuff that's annoying. It's not that annoying, it's just tough. I don't do the scale that much. Yeah, I'm used to doing it with picking. Yeah, whole tone is not my favorite sound. I don't use it with tapping that much. If I'm going to use whole tone, I'll probably, an easy way of actually doing it is on one string. If you wanted to just do it, get the sound almost immediately, you could just go. Not my favorite sound, but I guess it has its own time and place. If you're good at guitar, you can make it sound good. On piano strengthening fingers, we use C.F. Hannon exercises. The first half of the book translates well to guitar exercises for intermediate skilled. Oh, interesting. What book is that? You said C.F. Hannon? Is that exercise? Is that a book? Maybe gives everyone in the chat a recommendation. Everyone's always looking for recommendations on the exercises, so that may be a good start. Yes, well-known book in piano world. Oh, very cool, very cool. Yeah, well, everyone's got to. Well, I'll be checking it out. Why not? Why not? I need some new things to check out sometimes. So, what were some of your favorite solos to learn? Probably Mr. Crowley, Crazy Train. Those are probably my two favorite. That I had the most enjoyable experience learning those because it was right when I first started playing guitar, and it was just so fun at the time to learn that stuff because it was new. And like, when you first start playing guitar and everything that's basic sounds good, it was kind of like one of those deals where really basic things just sound good. And it's not basic though, it's actually really well composed, those solos. And if you're like a really good technical guitarist, it's not even the easiest thing to play necessarily. I'm talking about Mr. Crowley solo number 1. There's a lot of I shouldn't say sloppy, but there's certain nuances that if you're like a perfectly picked metronome guitarist, like then that's not actually gonna be conducive for learning some of the Randy Rhoads stuff, because his stuff it's different. It's not super. I shouldn't say it's not in time, because it's definitely in time. It's just not like that sort of in time sort of type of picking that he had. It was more of like there's a certain way he approached the guitar that was different. It wasn't the standard way. It was very unique. Vintage Malmsteen ? Rising Force, Alcatraz. I mean, you can't go wrong with No Parole from Rock and Roll by Alcatraz and Rising Force by Yngwie Malmsteen. That's definitely classic stuff. Really love that stuff. Another good album by Yngwie is also Marching Out in Trilogy. Those are great. Odyssey. I'm actually pretty much naming them in order. Then what would that be? Eclipse, and then wouldn't that be Fire and Ice? And then wouldn't that be? It goes. I think it goes. Magnum Opus after that. I could be wrong. Then no, it's not the Magnum Opus. What's that song? It's like the title of the album. I can't remember. I'll think of it in a minute. My favorite pieces are Aeolian Harp, Chopin's Etude, and Ballade number 1 and 3, also 2. I also know it doesn't fit in the chat, but just letting you know my favorites. Hey, don't worry about it. It definitely fits. We're fans of classical around here. We're definitely fans of that stuff. So yeah, give the recommendations. Everyone around here on this chat probably could definitely benefit from listening to it. I think anyone could benefit, but especially if you're a musician, I mean, you should be listening to this stuff if you want to, take your skills to the next level. That's what helped me a lot, was just listening to stuff like that. Just the sheer volume of listening to it helped my ears and my ability to assess better harmonies and just overall technical skill and musicality. Yes, after the first 5 albums, you don't need any more. I mean, I love 90s Yngwie though, man. 90s Yngwie is really good. I truthfully like all of his stuff, but his first 5 are definitely classics in my opinion. I mean, it's all good. Ravel's pieces are beautiful. Even the Un Bark Sur Laotian piece feels majestic. Cool, cool. I tried Chopin Opus 9 number 2 Nocturne on classical, but cannot get the fastest part up to speed. On classical, like classical guitar, or were you doing it on electric or piano? There is another Kiesel Brown guitar you use also. What was the name of that one again? Oh, you're talking about the Flame Koa Top. That is a Kiesel Theos. I do use that guitar quite a bit. That is a very nice one. That's the first Kiesel that they ever sent me, actually. Man, I couldn't put it down. It was just too nice. I don't know that Nocturne, lol. Fantastic playing, man. Keep going. You are very inspiring. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thank you. You're working on guitar? Oh, nice. Buckethead Soothsayer Lick. Bought Gumroads a long time ago, but couldn't find the lesson. Mind to share us any tips. You couldn't find the lesson? Well, it's in your email. All you got to do is check out the email that you bought it with, and it's in your email. You just click the email, and it should take you right there, is I believe how that works. But if not, then I will comment your email if you can't access it, or somehow get in contact with me, and then I'll make sure that it shows up in your email. All I got to, I think, do is click a button, and it'll just like send you another, I think, a receipt, and that receipt will take you to the course. So, yep, you still got it. Don't worry. As long as you have the same email, you should be fine. But yeah, Buckethead Soothsayer Lick, yeah, that'd be something like... Easy. I like that. Straten, it looks like he's saying Straten is the go. Hey, shout out to you, man. Appreciate that, if that's what you're referring to. Hey, bro, what's your favorite Yngwie lick? I mean, there's a lot of them, man. There's a lot of them. I like a lot of his stuff, man. So, pretty much everything, man. You're just, if you learn some of this stuff, it just starts connecting to itself with the diminished, the harmonic minor. Also, arpeggio stuff is really cool. So, yeah, it's. I don't have a favorite. They're all great. It's all great. Legendary muting. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you. Yeah, muting. I always get questions about muting, and I never put that much emphasis onto it as much as other people did. I feel like it was like one of those things where I just all mute, and somehow it just sounded good. I didn't realize that my muting was anything that special, but apparently I get a lot of questions about it, so there must be something to it. I don't know. I'm trying to avoid noise. So everything I play, I'm trying to avoid noise. And I play with noisy pickups too. Listen to this. So I'm trying to actively play over this and try to play as clean as possible. Check this out. This is actually really kind of cool. Not the easiest thing to play though. What's that lick? Which lick? Which lick? Gonna need a reminder. This is actually a great way to practice alternate picking arpeggios. Check this out. This is E minor 9. That's alternate picking, keep in mind. This is not sweep picking going. Literally, I'm alternate picking this. Actually tough to alternate pick this stuff. It's like multiple sweeps in a single position all the way up. Well, multiple sweeps in a single position all the way up. Oh, you're talking about the lick I was playing before. I really don't know. I need something more specific than that. I'll have to rewatch this or something. Hard to explain. Yeah, it's all good. If you notice me playing it, just say it right away. But yeah, with that being said, this pattern's actually probably something really cool. Check this, or this chord progression could be something kind of cool if you want it. Yeah, how would you shift that? How would I shift that? That's tough, man. Much easier just to go straight through it with sweep picking or alternate picking. So yeah, work on that. Add your ninths to your arpeggios. It'll definitely sound cool. So you could just even go like this. Kind of tough. See if I can get that. Actually, let's see if I can pick that every note. It's actually tough. Mostly the position change. Position change is tough. What amp are you using? I'm just using a plugin from Polychrome DSP. It's called the McRocklin Suite. The name implies a Strat going through a Marshall, but that's a Tele. Yeah, I'm actually just using a plugin right now. But yeah, my name is Straten Marshall, usually playing a Strat type guitar, Kiesel Delos specifically. But yeah, no, I don't usually use Marshalls too often anymore. I don't even have any Marshalls anymore. But maybe I'll get another one in the future. I've been using a lot more digital stuff lately. But I do have some nice tube amps that I do like to use too sometimes. That lick. I don't even know what I was playing. I was just kind of like mindlessly playing for a second. That lick. What was I playing? What was I playing? Can someone remind me? I literally was just mindlessly zoning out playing for a second. Dang it. What was I doing? Can someone tell me who knows some theory what I was just doing so we can answer Spencer Cooper's question over here? I'll just start playing again so I can understand what I was doing. I really have no clue. But let's move on to something. This is actually a cool way of playing pentatonic scales. Try throwing in the harmonic minor note, which would be in your pentatonic scales. There's a video I do this and it actually sounds really cool. I actually was watching, I was like, dang, I forgot about that lick, and it's something like this. Whoops, are we back? We're back. Cool. I think we're back. Someone confirm, please. But yeah, let's talk about this pentatonic thing real quick. This is actually cool. So if you play a normal pentatonic like this, I was actually doing something like this with the harmonic minor note, replacing that D with the D sharp. The harmonic minor. When you were okay, the ethereal lick. Which one is that? It was hard scale fragments that use a lot of pinky. That doesn't give me much. Sorry. The ethereal lick. I think it was pinky training licks. Was it? Okay. When you were descending, you could play those notes slowly again so I could read the pattern. Love your content. The harmonic minor. I'm not, well, appreciate you, by the way, but I don't know what you're talking about as well, unfortunately. Because I am trying to read and play at the same time. I love the licks you did that goes with alternate, I love the licks you did that goes with alternate of second and major third intervals, but I don't know if I'm clear. Haha. You have to be a little bit more specific, but I think I may know what you're talking about. I found the video explaining the piano arpeggio thing. If you would be willing to look at it and apply it to guitar, it's real short. Yeah, get it to me somehow. Find a way to send it to me, and I'll check it out. Emails or whatever, DMs, whatever you want to do. Let me hear it. Let me check it out. But yeah. That pentatonic thing is really cool. I'm going to start using that more. It's right there. I don't see a link, but I could be wrong. That's cool right there. That's nice. Yeah, that's a cool way of playing a major 7 arpeggio. I guess the chat doesn't like links being sent. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll find a way to send it to me either way. Either way, I'll be able to find it some way. Do you have any tips, courses to suggest, or practice routines to be able to improvise better? I feel like the scales encage you rather than help you on funk fusion improvisation. Beginner here. Well, scales are great for fretboard knowledge and, playing fast and, kind of knowing about the key you're in. So if you're playing like funk fusion, just that's going to be more feel based if you want to get into that style. So you do want to know your scales though, because if you want to be able to play with the correct harmony, you're going to want to be able to, know some scales. So do I have any tips? My tip would be just groove more if you're looking for that style. It's more about the groove rather than the scales you're playing, because when you can groove in time with those kind of things, then you'll sound more pro than actually things that you're playing. Because if you just played it in pentatonic bass, kind of like Dorian bass type stuff, you almost immediately, if you have a good groove and good phrasing, you could pretty much sound almost pro right away, which is cool. So that's what I suggest. Just work on your timing and don't throw away the scale stuff unless you don't have to just practice them. Like, you can understand the scales in a way where you can move them around the fretboard. Excuse me. So yeah, don't play it so like that. Play it more, not vertically, but horizontally. I emailed the link to the email in your I emailed the link to the email in your video description about lessons. Oh, okay. I'll check it out. Do you have any tips for hand synchronization? Yes, I do have some tips for that. What you're going to want to do is basically play any pattern on just one string. So if you have a 6-note pattern, maybe like this, let's just take it right here to E minor. So play the pattern like this. And then alter the speed. So practice it a little bit slow first. So maybe like... and use those sort of timings that you can use. So there's like probably 3 to 4 different speeds you could probably mess around with that at. And yeah, do that. And then they should be in sync. So maybe try half speed, full speed. You can even do that with scales. While alternate picking, you can use chunking, but how do you prevent your pick from getting to the next string faster than your fingers while economy picking? Well, you're going to have to sync up them fingers, my friend. That's the only way around it. Make sure they're in sync. Because if your left hand's faster than your right hand, and then yeah, you're going to have a problem. You need this stuff to be in sync. Yeah, actually, you want your pick actually to go to the next string fast. That's literally what you want. You want it to be like. So what you're going to want to do is actually speed up your left hand to be in sync, literally. Keep them all in sync. That's literally all you got to do. And use those methods I was talking about literally before, and that should help. Is economy picking worth it? I mean, I use it. I mean, if that helps. It's my favorite technique. It's the only technique I really use as far as just for overall playability purposes. It's just the easiest thing to do. So yeah, I recommend it. About the only technique I use, but I use basically everything I do with economy picking, but I use, sweep picking and hyper picking simultaneously. That might look like stuff like this. And if you wanted to pick, you could even do the same thing with economy picking, sweep picking. Just came. Can you recap? We were just talking about technique, and I was answering questions. I mean, you can watch the replay after this if you want. There's some good questions, though, for sure. Do you ever play whole songs / pieces, or mostly licks / runs? Can you improvise over a backing track here? So I mostly just focus on actually writing music myself. I do, play the backing tracks too. So yeah, to answer your question, of course, I do that kind of stuff. It's just on live streams, it's more interactive, so I haven't done that. But I do have plans to, doing this with the live stream, backing tracks and all this stuff. I just need a better setup for it. Do you ever use alternate ever just for the sound? Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, alternate's cool. I do like it. You on Spotify? Not yet, but I will be on Spotify once my new releases are ready. So that should be soon. But yeah, I'll be on Spotify. I'll be everywhere soon. Trust me. There's this unpickable lick by Matteo Mancuso. Do you know about it? Is it really unpickable? I mean, you gotta let me know. I'm not really too familiar with what you're speaking on, but Matteo Mancuso is a very good guitarist, very impressive. So now you got me interested. Can you play a couple parts of one of your upcoming tracks? I will. You'll be hearing about it soon. Trust me. I don't want to give it away right now. You'll be hearing about it soon. Trust me. Are you more of a fan of Mixolydian mixed? Are you more of a fan of Mixolydian mixed blues, or just pentatonic with all the blues stuff in between? I don't know, man. I'll do just normal pentatonic. And then sometimes I'm just going straight up Mixolydian pentatonic. So it really depends. I kind of almost view them as the same because you can almost mix and match them however you'd like, and it still relatively sounds like it fits great in the same keys usually. So yeah, I would just do a mixture of both. But obviously, it is sort of Mixolydian based. If you are trying to get that Mixolydian sound, you can't force it. But yeah, with that being said, yeah, just, if you have that E7 chord, feel free to use pentatonic, E minor pentatonic, or E mixolydian pentatonic, because that's going to be great options. Whoops. Wow, you are talented. I've been playing 21 years. I can't imagine life without a guitar. Yeah, man, guitar, playing 21 years, that's an accomplishment. I've been playing for about 16 years, so that's a huge accomplishment. What radius is the fingerboard? So the radius is a 12 to 16 compound radius. Actually, I need to charge this. Hold on. Because my phone is on 6%. There we go. I see. I know you like a bit of everything and you just love the sound of it all. Awesome. That's pretty much it. Yeah. If I play too much of one thing, I get very bored of it. So I like to, spice things up as much as possible, play the licks that should be coming out of my fingers. That's what I think. Play the licks that should be coming out of your fingers. Simple as that. Like, I don't want to just limit myself to only pentatonic, only harmonic minor, only melodic minor, only diminished, only hirajoshi, only mixolydian. Like, I like to do it all. You like country? Play some country licks? I mean, I do like a little bit of old country, but no, I'm not much of a country guitarist. What's your gear you're running through? Also, it sounds great. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you. I'm playing through a Kiesel Guitars Retro Solo. Phenomenal guitar. And I'm running through a plugin from Polychrome DSP called the McRocklin Suite. Is there any techniques that have given you the most trouble or that you still have not been able to get clean with? This is how I feel with arpeggio in general. So I felt that way initially when I started playing sweep picking, like arpeggios, like stuff like... It was mainly rolling arpeggios is basically one of the hardest things that it took me. I mean, it didn't take me that long, but I just remember initially it being tough. But now it's like one of my main sort of techniques, so it's funny how that works. But yeah, with that being said, yeah, most of the stuff I just try to get down as best as possible, and if it doesn't sound right, then get back to practicing. Bro has a telly but no country. Hey man, just because I have a telly doesn't... I never said I was a country guitarist. I don't play the telly the way it was intended to be played. I play it as a shredder guitar because that's how I roll. That's how I roll. The first guitar I ever played was a Strat, actually in 2003. Seems like yesterday. Oh wow. I think one of my Strats is from 2003 or maybe 2002. This your favorite guitar? It's definitely one of them. Definitely one of them. I don't know if it's my favorite. It's probably top 3 for sure. Truth. It's rather hard to explain in words. I feel that if you love music, if you want to play bits of everything on the fretboard. Yeah, it is hard to explain. Victor out of pocket. Yeah, everyone says, hey, you got a Telecaster, play country. If this yellow makes it look like I'm playing country in this lighting, but if you are in person with this guitar, I'm telling you, this yellow doesn't look like it's a country yellow. It looks like sports car yellow. For some reason, it looks like a country yellow though right now in certain lighting, but when you're in person, this thing pops and it's super good. Telly shred, that's right. I can barely sweep for some reason after 2 decades of playing, but I mostly play classic rock and stuff. Probably why. Hey man, if you want to ever learn how to sweep, I do give one-on-one lessons, and I do have some extra openings. If you're interested in one-on-one lessons, all you got to do is contact the email that I provided in the description of this live stream. So if anyone's interested in lessons, just check out the description of this live stream. There's also a lesson pack with cool exercises, tabs, and a bunch of great stuff that everyone likes. So that's what they tell me. So yeah, check it out. It's only $20. Just to, give you guys options if you're interested in learning, my style. You know, there are things available at the moment right now. Can't guarantee they'll always be available, but right now I do have some extra availabilities. So if you want some one-on-one lessons with me, now would be the time probably to you know, schedule some lessons, considering I have a few new openings. I can sweep just sloppy, lol. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you want to clean it up, you gotta put in the practice for sure. Whoops. I would love to go one-on-one with someone like you. People who don't play probably don't understand how well you can play. Hey man, if you're interested, just contact me. All the information's in the description of this video. But yeah, I'm about to be heading out here in a minute, so if you have any last minute questions, just feel free to ask. Whoops. All right, everyone. So that is going to be it. One more lick. I'll do one more lick. All right, everyone. Good to see you guys for this live stream. Thank you for joining the live stream. And I'll be back with some more videos, music, content, all that stuff soon. You guys are going to be really, I think, impressed with the new music I'm working on. All right, everyone. So I'll be back for maybe another live stream, possibly tomorrow as well. So should I do another live stream tomorrow? Comment below real quick. Who's up for that? I might be doing one. We'll see. Yes. Okay. I'll probably do one. Yes. Yes. Okay, we're getting a bunch of yeses. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Yep. So you should be expecting a live stream again tomorrow. Cool. All right, everyone. Take care, and I'll probably be seeing you tomorrow on the live stream. So hope to see you there. All right. Take care, everyone. Peace out, and have a good night or day, wherever you are. I don't know the time zones you guys are all in. So have a good night. Have a good day. Whatever. All right, guys. Take it easy. Peace out.